Hey guys, it's Benedictines the vegan. Today I was thinking about something. I was thinking about how I became an internationalist. It's easy to decide that you're not going to have children. That's easy. There are a lot of people that are deciding that they're not going to have children. But to conclude that having children is wrong, that's not easy. It's not easy to reach that conclusion because we've been programmed since we were young to believe that this world is good, to believe that having children is good. We've been programmed since we were young to want to have children. So it's not easy to conclude that having children is actually wrong. And what I mean when I say having children is wrong is that it's not in anyone's best interest to be born in this world. That's what I mean. I mean, there is something wrong with this world. I mean, a lot of people are suffering in this world. I mean that this world is crazy. It will be best for humanity to decide that, nah, let's not bring more people here. We have suffered because we're here. We are seeing what's going on. We know ourselves. We know how fucked up we are as humans. We know that we ain't gonna come up with solutions that are gonna actually make things better in this world. We suck. We fail to come up with solutions that are actually gonna make things better. We might tell ourselves that, yeah, only if we decided to change this system that has enslaved us, things will be better. No, they wouldn't be. We suck. We can tell ourselves that communism is better. You know, capitalism is what's fucking shit up. It's not capitalism. We just suck. There isn't any system that we can introduce that's actually going to make things better. The problem is us. We suck. I'm not going to lie to you. Humanity sucks. There isn't anything that we can do to actually change things. We can tell ourselves that we can change this world if we really wanted to, but we can't. There's a reason why we're suffering today as humanity. If we were capable of changing things, we would have changed things a long time ago. Look at the kind of technology that we have. I'm able to talk to people that are in America, people that are in Canada, people that are in France. But still, a lot of people are not happy. Why is that? A lot of people are not happy. A lot of people can see that something is wrong. Why have we not figured out how to be happy? How is it that we have not figured out how to make society work? But we are creating technology that allows us to do things that are impossible. That should tell us something. That should tell us that we just can't fix the problems that we're facing. I realized that I do not want to have children when I was going through something. I was going through a lot at the time. So I asked myself, would I want to come back into this world? For real. Like, would I want to come back? I realized that I wouldn't want to come back. Even if I was guaranteed a good life, I wouldn't want to come back. I genuinely don't love this world. I'm here because I want to make things better. I'm here because I love my family. I'm here because I love my friends. That's why I'm here. I'm here because I want to speak the truth, not because I love this world. I know that this world is fucked up. I'm intellectually honest. I'm very honest with myself. I'm very honest with other people. I know that this world is fucked up. I know that we ain't gonna do anything to change this world. We suck. It's not that I'm, I feel like other people should not have children because I'm a horrible person. No, I'm not a horrible person. I treat people well. I try my best to do what is best for me and other people. I don't walk around causing suffering, but people who are having children are walking around causing suffering. You see? That's what's crazy. I don't walk around causing suffering. I walk around trying to minimize suffering. I always think of ways that we can get rid of suffering in this world. But people that are bringing children into this world ain't thinking about that. People that are having children don't really think about this kind of stuff. They just think that having children is good. They just think that they are doing their children a favor by bringing them here, because that's what people convince themselves. I've realized that I wouldn't want to come back here. So if I would not want to come back here, why would I bring another person into a world like this? Because this world is really crazy. Why? I realized that it wouldn't be fair at all. It wouldn't be fair for the child. Because I'm here. I know what is happening in this world. I know what I saw. I'm not an idiot. I know exactly what I saw. I know exactly how this world works. So it wouldn't be right for me to bring a child into this world because I would want people to look at me and be like, congratulations, because we congratulate people for having children, even when they're broke, even when they're homeless, even when we know that they are broken, they won't be able to raise children. We congratulate them as if they've done the right thing. No. We must be honest with ourselves, because we're living a lie as a society. We're lying to ourselves and lying to other people. When you bring a child into this world, you're not doing them a favor. You're bringing them into a world where they're going to fight to survive. All right? You're bringing them into a battlefield. That is the truth. You might think, just because you have suffered does not mean that you must not have children. Just because you have suffered does not mean that other people should not have children. Maybe their children are not going to suffer. Maybe they're going to make sure that their children don't get to suffer. Maybe they're going to do the right things. There are a lot of people that are in this world that feel like this world is good. Now, there are a lot of people that are in this world that actually feel like this world is good. So it doesn't mean that just because you have suffered, you must not have children. It's you who have suffered. And some people don't care if they suffer. They love this world. There are a lot of people who are suffering who actually love this world. This reminds me of Thanos. If you've watched Avenger movies, there's this guy called Thanos. It's my favorite villain. When his home planet faced extinction because of lack of food and resources, he offered a solution. He was like, let's kill half of all life in this planet. That's the solution. And they did not agree with him. So he got banished from his home planet. And everyone died. everyone died. And that traumatized him. So he decided that he wanted to create balance in the universe by killing half of all life in the universe. So he'd go planet by planet, killing half of all life. So when I think about how I became an internationalist, I actually think of Thanos. I've suffered. So because I've suffered, I've decided that no one should have children. Because I've suffered in this world. I was born in this world and I've suffered in this world. So that's how it might look. Like, okay, you've suffered. So you're like, no one should have children because you've suffered. But if you're a deep thinker, you realize that I'm right. Suffering made me realize things that I wouldn't realize. That's why I actually appreciate the fact that I've suffered. Because I don't think that it would have been easy for me to realize how fucked up this world is. I would not have realized that, no, actually, having children does not make sense. Because I never thought that having children does not make sense before. I never thought about, that before. I just thought that I had to have children. It seemed like a good idea. Because we weren't trained to think critically about these kind of things. The truth is, we live in a messed up world. Let me show you something. If you watched this movie called The Platform, I've recommended this movie before. It's called The Platform. In this movie, there were people that who found themselves in a prison with many flaws. They will give food to the people that are at the top, food for everyone. They'll give the food to the people that on the top floor. Be like, eat. Give them a certain period of time to eat. And after that, food will go down to the bottom floors. What the people at the top floors will do, they will spit on the food after eating. Some will pee on the food. Some will shit on the food. The thing about this, if a person that suffered at the bottom said, you know what, this kind of place is fucked up. No one should have to come into this prison. Like, it's a very, very fucked up prison. Will they be wrong? Because some people that are at the top are enjoying themselves because they are getting the food when it's still fresh. Of course, they wouldn't be wrong because the whole setup is fucked up. That's what you must realize. This world is actually fucked up. The way things work in this world is fucked up. The fact that animals have to kill to survive, that is fucked up. The fact that we have to compete for resources, that is fucked up. The fact that some people are born in poverty, that is fucked up. The fact that some people are too rich, that is fucked up, because some people are way too rich and they have too much power. That is not right. Because when people have too much power, they oppress the people that are not powerful. That's what they do. That's why slavery still exists. As people think that slavery is over. No, it just took another form. Slavery is part of this world. It's not something that you can get rid of. So that should tell you something about this world. That should tell you that, no, actually this world is just not good. This world does not make sense. People like Benedictines the vegan are actually right. They might have suffered, and It might be suffering that made them realize that having children is actually wrong, but that doesn't mean that they're wrong. Because people can say that, like, oh, you're just depressed, or you've just been through a lot. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. You know, people like saying that in an accusatory manner. If a person says something that is true, they say, oh, you're just depressed. Fine, they're depressed, but are they lying? So just because I've suffered, and suffering made me realize that having children is actually wrong, does not mean that I'm wrong. Does not mean that I'm just angry. No, having children is actually wrong. And it's easy to see that. It's just that we weren't programmed to see that. That's the thing. We're supposed to think that we live in a good world. We live in a great world. That is why people end up not realizing that having children is actually wrong. So when they see people like me telling them that having children is actually wrong, they feel angry. They feel angry. That's the thing. They tell themselves all kinds of things to feel better. That no, any person that's saying that it's wrong to have children is evil, so that they'll feel good about the decisions that they've made. And when we tell people that having children is wrong, we're not trying to make people who have already brought children into this world feel guilty. It has nothing to do with that. We're trying to make people realize that it is not good for them to bring more people here. It has nothing to do with the people that are here. We're here. You know, we're doing what we can to cope. We're doing what we can to make this world better. We're doing what we can to help other people that are here. But we're saying that this world is actually bad. Something is wrong with this world. So let's try to make life better for the people that are here, but let's not be bringing more people here. That is actually wrong. So we're not trying to make you feel guilty for the children that you already brought into this world. It has nothing to do with that. You know, we're not going to tell you that, yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong. You brought children into this world. That's wrong. No. There's nothing to do with that. We're trying to make people think. We're trying to make people realize that, no, actually, it is not good to be bringing new people into this world. You see? But people get angry because they don't want to feel guilty. And sometimes they think that we're trying to make them feel guilty. The truth is, when you have children, you are actually bringing people into a world that is not good without their consent. And they will have to suffer. They will have to go through a lot of things. It will be good if people who are here actually chose to be here. I will not have a problem with that. I believe people must be free to do what they want to do, as long as what they're doing is not affecting others in a negative way. I don't have a problem with that. You do what you do. You do what you love doing. But if what you are doing is causing a lot of suffering for other people, I'm going to tell you that it's causing suffering for other people. I'm going to make you realize that it's causing suffering for other people. As a vegan, I'm going to make you realize that if you treat animals without compassion, they end up suffering, and that's not right. There's no reason for us to be making animals suffer because we can. You know, I'm going to make you realize that, because we don't have to make them suffer. They're suffering because we're fucked up. And that's one of the reasons why I'm saying it is not a good idea to bring children into this world. Because humans are fucked up. They're going to cause suffering for themselves and for others. That's how we are. There's a reason why things are not going well in the world today. In South Africa, there's load shedding. Right now, there's no electricity. You can't really do much. Even if you're a creative person, you can't really do much. And I think things are going to become worse. I think things are going to become worse in this country. Load shedding is a result of human beings not being able to get along very well. It's the result of, humans being corrupt, not caring about other people, not making the best decisions that are going to affect other people in a good way. People just be thinking about themselves. They just want to make a lot of money and become rich. Because there are people who believe that most people who become rich have just worked very hard and stuff like that. No, most people who become rich are corrupt. There was someone who was telling me about Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is saying this and that. He's saying you must work hard, you must not be a loser and all that. First of all, Andrew Tate is doing a lot of messed up things to make money. He does not care about other people. Now, I don't hate Andrew Tate, I do watch some of his videos. I think he's not that brilliant, but he's smarter than a lot of people. And there are things that you can learn from him. But to think that you must do things the way that he do things, because he's telling people that, oh, you gotta live your life this way. That's gonna get you in trouble, and that's not gonna really help people around you. Because Andrew Tate is selfish. He's all about his money. The people that are around him, they're all about the paper. Even the type of women that are around him, the type of women that he attracts, they're all about paper. They are in his life because they want money. It's all about the money. It's not even about, people trying to do the right thing. It's not about people trying to make this world better. If every human was like Andrew Tate, this world would be way worse than it is. I do understand that it is good to, work hard and try to put yourself in a better situation. I understand that, but people are not suffering just because they're in a bad situation. They're suffering because people suffer in this world. Because even when you're doing well, you still suffer. There are a lot of people who have ended their lives even when they had money, even when they had people worshipping them. Life is just hard. It doesn't matter what you have. Life is hard. That's something that we must realize. So yes, you might tell yourself that it's because I'm broke, that is why I'm suffering. And then you work hard and then you win. You find yourself having a lot of money and still realize that, no, actually, something isn't right. Something isn't right. So we need to wake up and realize what's going on in this world. We need to wake up and realize what is going on. Life is not easy, man. There are a lot of people that are suffering and they haven't done anything wrong to deserve to suffer the way that they're suffering. They're just suffering because we are making bad decisions. we're making it hard for them to enjoy their lives. That's something that we must realize. You have to understand the people that are rich are making it hard for the people that are poor to make money, because they want to control people that are poor. Here's the kind of world that we live in. And we have to understand that we can't change that about ourselves. If I'm rich, I want to remain rich. I can't change that about myself. And even if I do change that about myself, it doesn't mean that other people are going to try to change that about themselves. You might think that we've evolved because we're not killing each other like we used to, but that's because we're afraid of going to jail. It has nothing to do with the fact that there's nothing to do with evolution. Like, it has nothing to do with evolving. It has nothing to do with that. People are afraid of going to jail. If we lived in a world where you can just do whatever you wanted, you'd see that people have not evolved at all. And if we lived in a world where people were allowed to really speak their truth, you'd realize that a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people are just lying when they say they are doing good. We just live in a world where people have to lie, where people have to make other people feel like they're doing good, because that's good for them. That helps them. The thing is, if you are not doing well and you tell other people that you're not doing well, they're going to think that it means you are a failure, you are a loser. And they're not going to learn anything from you. They're not going to gain anything from you. You see, that is why people are, even when they're not doing very well, they want other people to think that they're doing very well. It's not easy for people to talk about what they're going through. It's not easy. If you see people smiling, doesn't mean that they're doing good. They just have to pretend as if they're doing good, because if other people realize that they're not doing good, they will suffer more. You see? So you have to pretend. You have to fake it until you make it. You have to make other people think that you're doing well in this life. But if we live in a world where there was enough love, where we truly cared about one another, where people were allowed to talk about how they really feel, you would realize that, damn, people are not okay. People are not okay. If it was in everyone's best interest to express themselves truthfully, you'd realize that they're not okay. But people are like, you know what, even if I tell people how I really feel, they're just going to laugh at me. And let me tell you the truth. If you are not doing well in this world, and you talk to people who don't love you, and let me tell you, a lot of people that are in your life don't even love you. I don't want to lie to you. You know, I'm not trying to make you think negative thoughts. I'm not trying to make you feel depressed. I'm not trying to make you hate people around you. No. But the truth is, a lot of people that are around you don't love you. I've seen so many people gossip about people that are in their lives. I've seen that. It scared me because I don't gossip about anyone. I don't give a fuck what you do. You might do something that really hurts me. I'm not going to gossip about you. Chances I'm just not going to talk to you, like for real. I'm not going to care about you. I'm not going to call you. I don't call people in general, so I'm just not going to be talking to you. I don't care. I don't need friends, you know. I really love being alone. I enjoy my own company. But there've been so many friends that I had that will gossip about their friends. They'll tell me things that I didn't need to know about their friends. Hey, my friend, you know, is HIV positive. Like, are you sure that your friend wanted me to know that he's HIV positive? And you look at them and you see that they're happy. So I'm not lying to you when I say people around you don't care about you. They don't. You just gotta find people. Like, the thing is, you gotta open your eyes, you know, because yeah, there will be one or two people that care. You know, I'm not gonna say like everyone, but you gotta open your eyes. You know, maybe there will be a person that cares if you're lucky. You know, it's not like every person here is not good. No, that's not what I'm saying. There are people who are good. There are people who are kind. There are people who love their friends, but chances are the people that are in your life are not good. Chances are people that are in your life don't want you to win, because people are competing. You know, we live in a fucked up world. We live in a world where people are competing. The chances are your friends are competing with you. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to do better than them. They want to do better than you. If you're doing better than you, you know, they're not gonna hate you that much. But if you're doing better than them, they're gonna hate you. They're not gonna want you to win. So if you talk to them about how you feel, they just say you feel like you don't want to go on anymore, and you tell them that, yo, I feel like I don't want to go on anymore. They'll pretend as if they care. They'll pretend as if they have your back. And then go and tell their friends that, you know, see that one is going through something. That one is going through something. This is where we live, man. People are fake. We're just lying to ourselves all the time, you see. People are fake as fuck. This is where you are. So when I say that I'm not going to bring my child into a world like this, I'm saying that because I have good reasons. I have valid reasons. It has nothing to do with depression. I'm not depressed at all. You know, I know that a lot of people who are depressed and who don't think that this world is fucked up who still want to have children. I'm not depressed at all. Like, I'm good. I'm not dealing with depression. I'm unhappy. There's nothing to be happy about, yes, but I'm not depressed. That's the thing. I don't have any problem. There isn't anything that I'm stressing about right now. I have just realized that something is not right. I've just realized that it's not logical for people to be having children when the world is like this. When people are ending their lives because of suffering. Because there are a lot of people that are ending their lives because they're suffering. People are killing themselves every day because they're suffering in this world. They were brought into this world without their consent, and they have to deal with this life. Because when people are here, we force them to deal with this life, even if they don't want to deal with this life. Because we've convinced ourselves that this world is good. Any person that thinks that this world is not good is wrong. We live with these kind of people. And that's another thing that's messed up about this world. That we're forcing everyone to love this world, even if they do not love this world, even if they feel like something is not right. We're forcing them to love this world. So bringing a child into a world like this is not right. It does not make sense. It is important that we think deeply about everything. It's important that we question everything. We must ask ourselves, why is it that we've been programmed to want to have children since we're young? What is it about having children that is so great? Because raising children is not easy. Raising children is not easy at all. There are a lot of people that I know who have children that are complaining every single day. It's not easy to raise a child. So why do we think that we will be happy if we had children? What makes us think that we will be happy if we had children? I mean, it's very risky to bring a person into this world. It's very, very risky. You don't know how that person is going to be. You don't know if you're going to love that person. There are people who have children that they do not love. You're not sure if your child is going to love you. You see, that's another thing. You're not sure if your child is going to love you. Your child might end up not loving you because you suck. Because you think, oh, you know, if I brought a child into this world, that child would love me unconditionally. No, it doesn't work like that. Your children might end up hating you because you suck, or because they suck. You know, it might happen that you suck as a parent, or they suck. They just can't love anyone. It's not their fault. You brought them into this world knowing that you can have a human being, you can bring a human being into this world that doesn't love anyone. It happens. It's not their fault. It's your fault, because you know how this world works. You know how things work. You know what's possible. So if you decide that you're going to bring a child into this world, if that child ends up not loving you, it's not their fault. It's your fault. You made the choice to bring them into this world knowing the risks. We need to open our eyes and see the world as it is, and stop lying to ourselves each and every day, because people lie to them. It sucks, man. I was watching some videos from the channel called The Atheist Experience. I think it's called The Atheist Experience, where these guys, you know, they're atheists. They would be hosting like a show where people will call, people who believe in God. You know, they actually wanted people who believe in God to call, not people who don't believe in God. Because there will be people who will be calling them, who will be congratulating them for, you know, the work that they're doing. What's my camera doing? Don't disappoint me like this. What the hell? The heck? I mean, I'm wearing shorts here, man. No, there will be people who will be telling them that, yo, we like what you guys are doing. Thank you for what you guys are doing. But they didn't really want to talk to people that, you know, were just giving them compliments. They wanted to talk to people who believe in God. They'll be telling them that, nah, you guys are wrong. So what I've realized is that people do not think. You know, they'll debate with a lot of people and realize that, damn, people don't think. Like, they do not think. The things that they'll be saying, you'll be like, come on, man, come on. I don't expect a child that's maybe 10 years old to be saying these things. Like, they'll be saying things that do not make sense. Those guys that host the show, very brilliant guys. They speak the truth. They are real. They speak the truth. They say things that actually make sense. So if you call them and you don't see the world as it is, you're not going to have a good time. So that made me realize that now, man, something is wrong with people. Like, they do not think. Like, something is really, really wrong with people, because even when those guys were making a lot of sense, Christians will not understand them. So we must realize that we live in a very, very messed up world. We live in a world that is actually upside down. We live in a world where people will deny the truth even when it's in front of them. We live in a world where people will be lying to themselves every day just to feel good. The truth is, because we don't really know what the truth is, people can convince themselves anything. That's the thing. Because we do not know what the truth is, because we don't know what's going on in this world, people can convince themselves anything. Anything that makes them feel good. They can lie to themselves just to feel good, just to feel better. Because life is not easy. And they will hate you for telling them the truth. You tell people the truth, they're going to hate you. There are a lot of people who speak the truth that are hated in our society, just for speaking the truth, just for telling people what they do not want to hear. That's why I told you that if you want to be loved by people, lie. That's it. You just have to lie. You just have to figure out what they need to hear. That's it. It's very easy to be loved by people, man. It's very, very easy. I do tell my friends, yeah, man, you gotta lie if you want to be loved by people. You know, you might say, that makes you a bad person. Like, no, they don't want the truth. Maybe telling them the truth makes me a bad person. I tell people the truth because I don't care about being loved. I don't care if people hate me for speaking the truth. The truth is very important to me. I survived a lot to be fake. You know, I've been through a lot. I don't have a reason to be fake. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen to me, you know, when I speak the truth. I'm not afraid of people leaving my life because I speak the truth. I'm no longer afraid. But there are a lot of people that are fake, that are because they're afraid of what's going to happen if they speak the truth. So I tell them that, yo, man, you have to be more fake. You think you're fake? Nah, you have to be more fake. That's, you know, that's how people are going to, like, that's what's going to make people love you, you know. Lie to them, tell them what they want to hear, be manipulative. That's how people gain success in this world. You got to be strategic, you got to be manipulative. Tell people what they want to hear. Don't tell people the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. People are afraid of the truth. People hate those that speak the truth. You see, it's easy to manipulate people, man. It's easy to gain love if you want to be loved by people. I know that. It's very, very, very easy. Very, very easy. You can decide today if you want to be loved. If you want to be loved by people, I can be your coach. I can tell you exactly what you need to do, for real. But if you are interested in telling people the truth, I'd say tell people the truth. Even if they hate you, it's fine. The truth is important. You're only going to be here for, you know, a couple of years. It's not like you are here forever. So tell people the truth. Do what you want to do. Even if people hate you for speaking the truth, it's fine. Speak the truth. It's important that you speak the truth. You're strong enough. No, because you have to be strong. So if you really see the world as it is, you're strong. If you really want to speak the truth, you're strong. So speak the truth. When I see that a person is too weak to speak the truth, I get it. Like, you know what? Just lie to people. You know, people are gonna love you. People are gonna make you feel better. It's fine. Because but it is important to realize that we are in a trap. All of us, we are all in a trap. There isn't a person that's here that's not in a trap. All of us are in a trap. Whether you are doing well, whether you're at the top, you have everything that you want, or you have nothing, we're all in a trap. Whether you're at the top or you're at the bottom, we're all in a trap. Whether you're happy or not, we're all in a trap. Now, things can change. Things can change. You can find yourself doing very well in this life, and then things change. Look at what happened to Tory Lanez. Still in jail. He'll probably get sentenced in a couple of months. I'm not really sure when they're going to sentence him. We don't know how many years they're going to give him. Things can change. Now, even, if you're not doing good, know that things can change. Things can work out for you. You might end up enjoying life. But even if things change, because sometimes when things change, people lie to themselves. Oh, I used to be an internationalist. I used to think that life was horrible. Life is though. Life will be horrible even if you make it. You might actually enjoy it because you've lived in poverty your whole life, but it doesn't mean that it's not horrible. There will be people that will still be suffering even if you have made it. So I'm not here to tell you that, making it is bad, having the things that you want is bad, having the things that you want is wrong. No, that's not what I'm going to be telling you. Try to make it. Try to enjoy your life here. But always know that you are in a trap. Just because you are in a trap does not mean that you must be depressed 24/7. There are things that you can enjoy. Figure out what you enjoy. Try to keep yourself busy. Don't always think about things that are, making you feel depressed, things that are making you feel angry. Try to detach yourself from a lot of things that are making you feel angry. Don't justify your anger. But even if you do make it, even if you do become happy in the end, does not mean that life is good. That's not what it means. It will only mean that things have worked out for you. Because things do work out for people. What makes Earth the perfect prison is that not everyone sees it as a prison. Some people think it's a great world. Some people think life is great, life is wonderful. While some people think they're in hell. People that are thinking that life is wonderful are people that are doing very well, people with power, people that make the decisions for everyone. So if they feel like life is great and you feel like life isn't great because you're not doing well, what's going to happen? They're going to decide that the reason why you're not feeling well, the reason why you think life is not great is because you're depressed, because you suffer from mental illness. You see? Because they have power. It's what you must realize. But that does not mean that life is good. It's possible to enjoy this life. It is possible to really enjoy life. I'm not going to lie to you and say there isn't any person that's actually enjoying this life. No, there are people who will enjoy their lives, who have enjoyed their lives since they were born. who have enjoyed their lives since they were born, and that will enjoy their lives until they die. That can happen. It's possible. But what we must realize is that that does not mean that life is good, because there are a lot of people that are suffering, not because they've done anything wrong, not because they've asked to be born, not because they are bad people, not because they are learning something, but because life has no balance. No, you can find yourself suffering for real because life has no balance. You were born here. A lot of bad decisions were made, and you found yourself having to suffer because of the bad decisions that were made. Because some parents don't think before they bring children into this world. A person can be homeless and bring a child into this world. What do you think is going to happen? It is possible, and this is something that people must understand. It is possible to have a rough beginning and still make it in the end. So people usually tell themselves that because this individual has had a rough beginning and they made it in the end, that means that it's good to bring children into this world. What you don't realize is that most people who have had a rough beginning didn't make it. No one wants to suffer, man. When you're suffering, you know that no one wants to suffer. You know that, hey, you don't want to suffer. Man, I didn't charge this microphone. It was 25%. That's why, so it disconnected. But it does last because it recorded for like 50 minutes, even though it was like 25%. But thank you all, guys. Thank you.